All Sorts and Conditions of Men by Walter Besant. Read by Peter Joyce. It was the evening of a day in early June. The time was 1881, and the place was Cambridge. The sun had been visible in the heavens, a gracious presence, actually a whole week, in itself a thing remarkable. The hearts of the most soured, even of landlords and farmers, were coming to believe again in the possibility of fine weather. The clergy were beginning to think that they might this year hold a real harvest thanksgiving instead of a sham. The trees at the backs were in full foliage. The avenues of Trinity and Clare were splendid. Beside them the trim lawns sloped to the margin of the Cam, here most glorious and proudest of English rivers, seeing that he laves the meadows of those ancient and venerable foundations, King's, Trinity, and St. John's, to say nothing of Queen's and Clare and Magdalen. Men were lazily floating in canoes, or leaning over the bridges, or strolling about the walks, or lying on the grass, and among them, but not with them, walked or rested many of the damsels of learned Newnham, chiefly in pairs, holding sweet converse on mind and art, and labour and the changing mart, and all the framework of the land, not neglecting the foundations of the Christian faith and other fashionable topics, which ladies nowadays handle with so much learning, originality, dexterity, and power. We have, however, to do with only one pair, who were sitting together on the banks opposite Trinity. These two were talking about a subject far more interesting than any concerning mind, or art, or philosophy, or the chances of the Senate House, or the future of Newnham. For they were talking about themselves and their own lives, and what they were to do each with that one life which happened, by the mere accident of birth, to belong to herself. It must be a curious subject for reflection in extreme old age, when everything has happened that is going to happen, including rheumatism, that but for this accident one's life might have been so very different. "Because, Angela," said the one who wore spectacles and looked older than she was, by reason of much pondering over.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?